So I know this one dropped on January 21st, but I'm just seeing it. Apparently, Donald Trump ordered security clearances to be given to whoever he wants. This is insane. He ordered White House legal counsel to craft a list of personnel who will be immediately granted access to top secret and sensitive compartmented information, or SCIs, for a period of 6 months. The president said that he requires qualified and trusted personnel to execute his mandates. He also blamed the backlog on the Biden administration. I got a question. How are all those federal employment freezes and firings going to help those backlogs? Huh? And before the MAGA and Trump people come at me and saying, I don't know what I'm talking about, I've actually held a secret security clearance for a majority of my adult life. I've been through not one, but two pretty extensive background checks, so I know what's required. They knew things about my father, they knew things about my mother, my brother, their debt, all sorts of things that when they ask you the questions, you're going, how do you know this stuff? So when I tell you that most of the people that Donald Trump has just appointed to very high positions in our government, they would not pass a basic background check for the government. Like, it's a fact. So the purpose of us going through these background checks is to make sure that we aren't going to be detrimental to national security. And some of the things that they demand is to allegiance to the U.S., as well as responsible personal, sexual, and financial conduct. So if you're Pete Hegseth, who was recently appointed to be our Secretary of Defense, you might be a little concerned if you were forced out of previous leadership positions for financial mismanagement, sexist remarks, and being repeatedly intoxicated on the job. Like, that dude literally checks off every red flag box on the security check. And can we just talk for a second about the fact that we have a felon that couldn't pass a security background check himself, handing out security background checks to whoever he wants and loyalists? No? Okay. It happened the first time, and people didn't seem to care. Jared Kushner couldn't pass the security clearance background checks, not once, but twice. And when they refused to give it to him, daddy-in-law Trump jumped in and told him to give it to him anyway. I'm not sure what's worse. The fact that Donald Trump and all his cronies coming into our government have to bypass all of the checks to get their security clearances, or if it's Donald Trump signing an executive order removing the security clearances of his perceived political enemies, the 51 former intelligence officials who signed a letter in 2020 casting doubt on the Hunter Biden laptop story. I hope y'all are paying attention, because we literally just handed our government over to a bunch of extremists. So, you voted for this. But look, the time of us just making videos for clicks, we got to move past that. It's time for action. So do me a favor. Go look up your local senators. Go look up your Congress people. Go look up your state's representatives. Go look up your city council people. Write them the same letter and just change the names. And tell them that this is not okay. We need people in our government to stand up against these people. So if they're not going to give people like me the power, then we need to make sure that we write, call, text, post on social media, and demand that they protect us, the American people.